Hey, Inuki here. If you'd like more co-games, show your support on Twitch or join the Discord. Now Jenkins, introduce the commanders, please.
Absolutely. Direct from Her Majesty's service, we have the unstoppable force that is HulkSMASH, commanding the British forces. Dressed in royal blue, our magnificent commander has chosen to set up his quarters in the north. Mind you, no German ever forgets the Battle of Bangkok, where the enemy lost their stock of their world-famous rubber duckies, all thanks to our HulkSMASH's ingenious use of diversion tactics. On the other side, from the Wehrmacht, is the sly fox, Ruby. Spot her in the south,
it's not Ruby.
covered in an alarming shade of red.
It's Clororaa.
Now, we all remember when she sneakily moved her troops through the night, on Christmas Eve no less, in the Battle of New York. That maneuver cost the Allies supplies of George Washington action figures. I tell you, never underestimate what a person would do for an action figure. Better stay on your toes, HulkSMASH.
Yeah, okay. Well, welcome to Pacino anyway. Big wide map, a lot of battles happening in the middle, a lot of artillery that we usually see. And, oh my god, it feels like it's been a while since I've seen a British versus Wehrmacht matchup. So I'm happy. Hey, hang on a minute. Tank traps? Cool. Okay. That's new to me. Now, tank traps do give heavy cover. They're not as lightweight as sandbags when it comes to getting destroyed, but I feel like sandbags are sufficient enough. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any action figures. Are these guys action figures? They just seem to stand around until some gunfire happens in the proximity of them, and then they'll leg it. There used to be a dog round here as well. There used to be a dog outside the church. I'm not sure where the dog went, though. I'm not sure why they removed the dog. Loved the dog. No battle of bullets just yet. Both sides fanning out. I think we're going to get our first bullets over here. Sappers getting inside of the building. But they do have a lot of German infantry. 2 grenadier squads worth. Just hitting them from range. So not a favorable matchup even inside a building. The machine gun would help if they were actually in range. Looks like everyone's just kind of being very, very cautious. Overly cautious.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Here we go. This is starting to look more like it. 2 grenadiers going for a sapper squad. It seems like HulkSMASH is getting outnumbered on 2 fronts, but the majority of their forces seem to be anticipating that there's lots of enemies in the middle, but there isn't. Look at this. It's clean. So everyone here just kind of slightly redundant at the moment, whilst things happen elsewhere. I got just really light taps of bullets here. Just don't want to fight. I thought this was Company of Heroes. Sapper's getting some flamethrowers. 3 sapper squad start for HulkSMASH. 3 grenadiers, 2 pioneers for Clororaa. Sapper's getting that good heavy cover. Will help them against the grenadier squad as they burn those pioneers down. Another sapper squad coming in from behind.
One of our capture points is under attack.
Just waiting for that pioneer squad to retreat to try and blast them as they run back to base. Great tactical maneuver. Clororaa just really doesn't want to hit that retreat button. Don't want to retreat in the path. Down to 1 guy on that squad, though. And the sappers, they don't want to go any more up. That's enough for them. Vickers lost 2 guys. They're heading back to base. Looks like Alpha, Bravo squad working together there. Very reliant on the sappers helping each other to make up for the numbers and getting in close as well. You're going to lose guys as you cross completely open ground. Double flamethrowers now. 4th sapper squad. And a Humber. This Humber is going to be plentiful repairs wherever they go on the battlefield. If these sappers are spread out, there'll be one nearby that Humber to get it back up. Patch it up, send it back out to the field. I don't think Clororaa is ready for this.
Pioneers standing by.
So this Humber has got to do some work whilst it's out now on the field, and there just isn't something to counter it. We are working on the Panzer Grenadier Company. And here comes that Humber. Surprise! Yeah, climb inside the building. Just try and hold out for as long as you can.
Victory point is under enemy control.
I think this is something that people do struggle with. I'm not going to necessarily say new players. I think it's just something that crops up every now and again when people say like, oh, well, I can't counter this. And it's like, well, you will be able to, but right now you've got to figure out a way to delay. You know, heavy cover is a great way to delay. Look how long this squad can survive for against a Humber and a rifle squad. In fact, it's even doing more damage to that rifle squad, or infantry section. I just call them all rifle squads. That's a really nice term, tempo control. Exactly what Clororaa is doing. This is a prime example. So now they're getting a pack out. And they haven't lost too much ground. Like, the Humber's not done too much because it's been tied up shooting at infantry that's been behind heavy cover. And honestly, this Humber could, like, drive round here and try and shoot from the flanks instead. Retreating at the last possible moment. Very risky, though. We just saw the training center go down for the British.
Anti-tank gun and crew are ready for orders.
So they all get a batch of XP getting into Veterancy 1. Pack 40, most likely moving into the middle. Oh, sapper step on a mine. Very well placed. These Grenadier squads, 3 of them are lined up, so they're all taking flame damage as well as the retreating squad. You know, just cross the path of the flames. This ain't Mortal Kombat. It's no, like, test my strength or something. Meanwhile, Humber, over on the left side, again, not doing too much. What have we got here? 5 infantry kills.
Confirmed. Light vehicles can now raid enemy territory and capture
It's not bad, but I kind of suspected more considering there was no counter out on the field. I mean, the Pack 40 has only just got into a position. Someone stepped on a mine or something?
Victory point lost.
Humber is chasing. It might discover that Pack 40 soon. You can see the Pack 40 is mobilizing. Nope, it's set up actually. The other way round. Takes a shot. Oh! Hits the dirt in front. It's a shame when you first shot, that surprising shot.
The enemy has taken a
Whiffs
victory
it.
point.
Oh, thanks for the follow. If you like, I could sign you up as a co-commentator. It's as easy as... Watch
We have
this.
lost control of a victory point. Panzer Grenadier Company
Can you hear
is
me?
being
Done.
upgraded.
Nice closed flames, stun grenade. And that is how strong Panzer Grenadiers are. They didn't drop a model. Didn't even flinch.
Our enemy has control over all victory points.
Humber breaking some of the wall. Breaking some more wall. Killing guys? No. I'm a wall breaking tank. Not even a tank. Just a wannabe tank. Most of the force is situated down on the west side of the map right now. That's where the anti-tank gun has set up as well. You see the PaK-40 in the bottom right. Long grenade throw. Might not kill anyone, but it does send the infantry section packing. Look at this, though. Look at all of the units inside the buildings.
Territory out of supply.
Sappers advance.
Sector now under enemy control.
Oh, I do like to make the game speak for itself. It is a beautiful game. Beautiful. Like, it's pretty easy to get cinematic shots in Company of Heroes, like, even in multiplayer games. Some of the clips in the waiting thing are from actual multiplayer games as well. And that's special, because you kind of can't tell. Like, you know what the single-player missions are. But you won't necessarily know which one the multiplayer ones are. So many flamethrowers now. 4 flamethrowers for HulkSMASH. It's not HulkSMASH, it's Hulk Flame Smash. I could try and be more witty.
They are hammering us. The enemy is winning.
A lot of burning, a lot of screaming, and not a lot of retreating. Clororaa, I think, didn't see how dangerous of a situation that was, being put in a room full of fire. It was very melty. A lot of guys got turned to marshmallows there.
PG ability pop got the sapper.
Oh, they got a sapper? I was busy looking at my other monitor.
Enemy forces
Flaming
have
from the
taken our
windows.
territory.
HulkSMASH brings their Humber around to get a few shots in.
Victory
Very
at all
reserved.
costs.
Have captured a victory point.
Victory at a small cost. I like these long-range shootouts, but then the sappers go and really spoil it. We have the mechanized battle group versus the heavy armor battle group. But I assume a lot of people kind of know all the battle groups and stuff. I like to focus on just the action. I like seeing the vehicles as they come. For example, Stuck D! Welcome aboard. And they come... Did they always come with Stormtrooper? I can't remember. Like, on release, I can't remember if they did or not. But even if they didn't, seriously, Stuck D's fantastic. It's so shiny as well.
I think it was Panzergren's on release.
I thought that as well.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Either way, I think the community is kind of split on Stormtrooper. Like, I kind of like them, but I sit them at long range. I think some people think they suck because they expect them to be kind of a troop that runs forward and tanks a load of damage and does a load of kills. They're not Panzer Grenadiers. They have their own niche kind of fit. You know, use that MG long range. You don't want many of them? Certainly not. But them backing up other troops, I like. It's kind of like diversifying your army, so there's a lot that the enemy has to try and deal with at once. They're not just dealing with like a whole batch of close-range units or long-range units. It just makes it much more awkward for them to deal with stuff. Stuck D hasn't had any opportunity to fire on anyone just yet. Count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we gonna get a 6 flamethrower squad? No. These have got a hazard removal pack. Humber's doing pretty well for itself. 8 infantry kills. It's not got a lot of kills, but it's alive. And you know what? Past 15 minutes, it's not a bad thing. I see so many players get their Humber lost to risky gambits. And you can kind of just use this vehicle to defend against backcapping. Fast vehicles, very nippy, excellent at doing that. What's the plan here, though? I thought we were going to see Clororaa start riding on their tank because they were just bored. Very risky to group up all your soldiers here, though. Making use of the heavy cover from the tank trap. Meanwhile, battle over here is just one flamethrower sapper. Oh, cool. Normal Churchill, yeah. Churchill incoming. Hey, Atten. Welcome back, buddy. Stoke D has met the 6-pounder. Doesn't want to play with that. I wouldn't mind. I'd take a shot. I'd gamble it.
Haven't seen one of those in ages.
Here we go. Churchill 4. Sometimes known as Mark. Oh, that was decent damage. Right, they do have a Pack 40 to contend with, though. They're going to drive through the bushes and then be surprised. They don't want to destroy that cover, though. You know, pretty beefy tanks, very well armored. Incoming a sapper flank on this infantry here. My god.
Our territory is exposed.
Such a wide attack. Too much interface getting in the way to capture all of the action. I'm amazed that the sapper squad just took a Stug D round and was fine. The second shot just killed one. What are they made out of? Titanium? They should make tanks out of this sapper squad. I'm sure the Queen could assemble one in like 6 seconds.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
You know what? The Stug D didn't even go back. Didn't even go and get repairs. It's like, you know what? I'm fine. Let's get rid of this AT gun. I don't want to see that 6-pounder anymore. Let's finish the job. Let's shoot our own guys.
Victory point is under enemy control.
There he goes. Which one's a Welsh? Oh, the sappers are Welsh.
Sappers.
I'm so bad at regional dialect. Massive grouping of very flammable soldiers here. It's fine. If the guy in front of you burns, just, you know, light a cigarette. Looking good for Clororaa. Not many actual squad wipes, so it seems, though. I want to know what HulkSMASH's next move is. Are they going to be getting more Churchills out here? Because we have 2 Pack 40s. Infantries are still a problem. One 6-pounder to try and deal with that Stug D. It's a hard matchup, though, because Stug D will also decrew that 6-pounder. That's what howitzer tanks are pretty good at. Front armor to the Stug as well is very good. So there's always a chance that you might bounce a shot off. And I think that's where people struggle with the Stugs as well. You got to remember that their weak point is the side. Their strong point is the front. Like any tank, but the Stug especially But that's kind of balanced by how weak they are on the other sides. Like, you can take them out pretty quickly if you get those flanks off. Snare as well. Both commanders just taking a breather. HulkSMASH thinking about their next move. Recon flare up in the air so we can try and better plan. And it's just going to be a full frontal assault. They are going for battle times. Do I recommend it? No. Is it going to be fun? Heck yeah, it is. Oh, the flamethrower flank. Listen to them screams. Now, the only problem here is... Never mind, we're going to bring in some air support. Managed to disable a mine as they retreat. Great stuff. Yeah, I was going to say that retreating through the whole enemy army would be bad. Not just air support, but also a bunch of bombs coming down. Panther heavy tank. Hello. Okay, we forgot about the mines that were there. Axis infantry taking position on the hill. Getting the height advantage. With that many soldiers. With focus fire. Huge. Panther moves forward. It's going to get some flanking shots on the Churchill. Stug D is just going to friendly fire its own Panther. That's fine. Not much damage. Smoke's deployed as the Churchill reverses into its base. You can still technically attack tanks through the smoke if you use the attack ground command. Barracks under threat now. So I think, you know, this point HulkSMASH has, so they don't really care about focusing on here. But it still might be good to pressure this area to force your enemy to divide their attention. But it depends. It depends on your ability to multitask. Like... The way I put it is... If your enemy kind of struggles to do multiple things, you can win on that front instead. Force them to try and fight like 3 battles at once. And if you win 2 of them, great stuff. That's going to put you ahead. It really depends on commander to commander, though. Sometimes I've had games where my opponent is like, oh, no, they're definitely much better at multitasking and micro than I am. And I have to say to myself the exact opposite. I cannot fight them on multiple fronts, so don't do it. And that's the beauty of CoH at times.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
I think HulkSMASH is fanning out a little bit now. Just being a nuisance. Standing up to that Panther, who's just being a bully. 2 victory points. The score is pretty tied. I like it, I like it. Churchill rolling up. It's going to meet the Pack 40, though. A surprisingly narrow angle for a side hit. It doesn't take much. Just a small tilt. And it'll count. Shot bouncing. Panther also pretty good front armor. Extremely weak side and rear armor. Extremely weak rear. Okay, recon artillery plane. Ho! I think they're just trying to hold the victory point. Sadly, though, munition supplies are totally drained. Here comes the sappers out in force. Maybe flamethrowers are a bit too desirable. Woo! Interesting what's going on here. So we have an M3 Grant medium tank now. It's going to be working side by side with a Churchill. These things got buffed. Initially, they were completely useless. Nobody ever wanted them. Now I think they offer much more firepower than a Matilda. It's kind of like your damage option. Having 2 main turrets. I guess you'd probably say one's a main and one's a secondary, but, you know, 2 turrets on a tank. The only other tank I know that has that is a Mammoth tank from Red Alert. Freaking love the Mammoth tank. I kind of want to see, like, another, like, 40k RTS game. Maybe not in the Warhammer universe, maybe its own original IP. Because I want to see a twin-barreled freaking tank again. Mammoth tank was so cool. I want to see a 6-barrel tank.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
But not like the spinning cannon thing that you see in Age of Empires or Cossacks. That looks a bit silly.
C&C has several.
I only know the Mammoth.
Like the Overlord from Generals.
Oh, I gotta check that out. Is the Overlord one of the Chinese tanks? I do think it'd be cool to have like a modern... essentially like a modern or World War II thing. I guess I'm thinking mostly of Iron Harvest now. Alternative reality World War II inspired theme where every country had its own army and it was... Yeah, because the problem with World War II is that because everything's grounded in reality, there's not really that much on offer. Like, people say, oh, add Finland, but Finland didn't really have its own tanks. They used German tanks. So you just get a lot of the same tanks and stuff on the different countries rather than a whole new, unique design. Iron Harvest fixes that by being, you know, a piece of fiction. And it's got some interesting designs. I gotta check that game out again. It's just not as smooth as Company of Heroes is. I wish them the best of luck, though. If they're gonna make another game, all for it. Iterative design. The more great games like Company of Heroes there are, I think the more we all benefit. Anywho.
Grenadier squad has been destroyed.
Look at this spread of stuff, and that's just what I'm calling it, stuff.
Initiating requisition.
I think at some point you have so many things that it literally just becomes stuff on the battlefield that shoots in either direction. Oh my god. So many blasts. Holding on to 2 victory points right now is HulkSMASH. The Stug D is holding ground. The Panther, look at the positioning of the Panther. It doesn't want to be hit by anyone on the right-hand side. Gonna get some bazooka shots from the building. They hit with some force. Foot guards, just take a few shots and then back out. I imagine they don't want to be inside that building when the Stug D fires. Middle victory point going over to Clororaa. I think the biggest challenge for HulkSMASH to overcome right now is the 2 Panther tanks. But this is quickly becoming a dead zone. No man's land. Panther moves up, takes a shot along with a Pack 40. No, the other Panther, in fact. Who knew Panthers hurt? Zappers! Zappers! Rally to me! Plenty of Zappers on the field. Massive veterancy as well. Looks like HulkSMASH is going to lightly try and contend the west victory point. Not much over here. Infantry can be assigned that task, and I don't think there'll be too much to contest. They've got to decide. Clororaa has to figure out whether they're going to hold the middle or the west. It's going to be made even harder with the recon Coming in from that plane that's dropping bombs. Oh, nasty stuff. Wait, did these AT guns just get nice and close? They're not meant to be sneaky units. They also, I don't think, are meant to be stepping over mines. Sappers climb inside the building. Oh, they're gonna get bombed by their own stuff. Look out! Look out! You fools! You fools!
Have captured a victory point.
Freaking fool guards over here. Looking nice from HulkSMASH, though. They are pushing Clororaa so far back. Churchill will struggle to pen a Panther from the front, that's for sure. Even so,
We have lost control
catastrophic
of the victory
damage done to the Axis forces there. And the British take the ground. They're taking all the victory points.
point. One of our capture points is under attack.
But I'm not going to say that Clororaa needs a miracle right now. There's certainly ways for them to deal damage. They could take out maybe a Churchill or the Lee.
Sectors are isolated. We have been cut off.
Then it's just figuring out how to handle the infantry and maybe just dancing around them.
The enemy has
Group
cut
up your
us off.
force.
We have territory out of supply.
Try and get some good focus fire down. It'll be hard, it'll be challenging. But it'll be possible with a Stug D there. Bit out of range, sadly. Just parking outside of Axis headquarters, not moving, not really caring. Clororaa moves on the east. Dodges a stun grenade. No problemo. Panther being moved in to support, exposing its side armor should any vehicles come round.
100 points left.
Rockets, AT gun, everything. We have everything at our disposal. Here come those side shots. Oh, nasty stuff. Oh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Triple bounce. Didn't even look like it was from the front either. There we go. There goes those side hits from the rockets.
75 points remaining for our forces.
I think that's a Panther down, and with that, I think hope may have gone. Unless you consider the Panther hull that it leaves behind as useful.
Arrived earlier instead of the second Panther.
I think a Nebel would have been a good thing. Oh, we do have a Nebel now. Honestly, this map, I would highly recommend having some form of artillery. A mortar is great. A mortar is always going to be useful in the middle.
Out of action.
Getting a Nebel as well will just help you. You know, it's a bigger mortar essentially. Just gonna shoot the victory point for no. You can't destroy the victory point.
Our brave infantry has
Yeah, why not? Let's just destroy all 3 victory points. Job done.
Hey, Vivi here. I edit and upload the videos here on Ironcast. If you want to see Inuki cast more, then like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, come along to the Discord, do anything to let them know. Inuki would love to cast more if you'd like to see more.